already been subscribed. Right now, the queen, she on live.
Right now.
Please pull over the whip, no phoning when you drive. Dope Soul Sporting with the talk. First lady from New York,
Brooklyn.
All my people, you rocking with the chat.
Hit that.
The like button would tell me where you at.
Salute, Knick family. Welcome to the Knicks Morning Vibe Recap Show. I almost didn't make it this morning. I put a post up in YouTube that I couldn't make it. There is a lot actually that I have to do before I get out of here to meet NBK at 5 o'clock for the pregame show. If you're not joining us there, be sure to have your notifications on for the Nothing But Knicks channel. We're going to do a live pregame show from Legends. Then we're going over to the game. Then we'll be back to do a live post-game show. But as soon as I hit the send button, I said, nah, I got to be here this morning. But I have to be honest, I don't really have a lot to say about today's game. But let's just start with the usual. The starters for ourselves: Jalen Brunson, Quentin Grimes, RJ Barrett, Julius Randle, Mitchell Robinson. No changes there. Cleveland had a lot of injuries. Jared Allen was out. Darius Garland was out. They started Donovan Mitchell, Max Strus. Y'all remember him from Miami. Isaac Okoro, Dean Wade, Evan Mobley. All right, I'm going to get right into it. And like I said, I don't have a lot to say about this game. So I'm interested in the chat how you felt about last night's game. I wasn't feeling the offense last night. I thought it was a lot of bring the ball down the court, give it to Randle. Bring the ball down the court, give it to Randle. And everybody was basically just standing around. And I know some of you'll say, well, Steph, you're late to the party. This has been our offense for the past 2 years. But I disagree. I disagree. I do think we'll come down. We'll get into some pick and roll actions. You know, we'll do some things before we get to Brunson or Randle. And yes, last season, if they were hot, we would go to them and feature them. I'm okay with that. But last night, Randle wasn't hot at all. So I get it. You want to establish him in the beginning. So maybe you go to him, you know, a few times just to try to get him going. I get it. Time after time after time, just come down the court, make one pass to Julius Randle, and everybody else is just standing around waiting for him to either take the shot or pass to them. Like, I didn't get it. He wasn't hot. Excuse me. He wasn't hot. So I don't quite understand that strategy. I thought Hartenstein played well in his 20-something minutes. Hartenstein is always active. I think that's the thing with him. It may not always show up statistically, but he's active every time he's in the game. I meant to bring up the box score from last night. Let me see if I can get it real quick. Excuse me, guys. Hartenstein, 13 points, 7 rebounds, 1 assist, 2 steals, a block. Took 10 shots last night, 5 for 10, feeling himself a little bit. Took 2 3-pointers. So he played well last night. Brunson, I thought, was efficient early. Hit his first few shots, looked really sharp, and then he fell off as far as efficiency was concerned. And I just thought there was just some turnovers that just weren't characteristic of Brunson. So he's not all the way back, right? He looks a little slow to me, even in his movements. I don't think he's all the way back. So we won last night, and in the NBA, you have to take the win however you get it. Ugly, pretty, you just take the win, and we got it. And we're 500 on the season. We haven't looked great, but we're 500 on the season. And if you can stumble and bumble your way to a 500 season early, take it. The Knicks are going to get better, right? Randle is going to get better. Not there yet. Even though we was featuring him, he's not there yet. Brunson, he'll get better. Not there yet. I thought RJ was okay, particularly from the three-point line. He was 3 of 5 last night, so he was 60% from the three-point line, and that's our concern with RJ Barrett, right? How is he shooting from the three-point line? He was 3 of 5, which was good. Went to the line 4 times, made 3 of them. Overall, 5 for 13. Wasn't his best shooting night, but Randall was 5 for 14. Brunson, started out hitting his first 4 shots. He ended up 7 for 16, which means he went 3 for 12 the rest of the way. We still have a lot of work to do. Defensively, we're top 10. This is the second team, I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, that we've held under 100 points. But do we feel great about that in the sense that Cleveland was really shorthanded, right? They didn't have their point guard. They didn't have their center. Really shorthanded team. So let me know how you're feeling about the Knicks. I'm going to check in with the chat in a minute. Let me just get to the top scorers. Randall, 19 points. He did killing on the boards. 10 rebounds, 2 assists, 35.7% from the field, 60%. Is that right? No, he was 40% from the three-point line. He was 2 of 5. So he was 40%, 75%. No, 70%. I think I got Randall and Barrett's numbers mixed up. Randall was 40% from 3 and 70% from the free throw line. Brunson, 19 points, 5 rebounds, only 2 assists. I'm not sure if that was guys missing shots or just him just not being on his game. Shot 43.8% from the field, 33.3% from 3, 80% from the free throw line. Quickly played well statistically. I'm still having a little bit of issues with Quickly's decision making, that balance between shooting and passing, scoring and setting the team up. I mean, he's playing off the ball now. DiVincenzo is basically playing the point for that team, and Quickly is playing off the ball. So, I mean, I guess you could say that that's not his job anymore, right? He's not the point. That's not his job anymore. 18 points, 3 rebounds. He hit 3 3-pointers. He was efficient last night. 54.5% from the field, 50% from 3, 100% from the free throw line. He went to the line 3 times and he made all of them. And we talked about Barrett, 16 points, 3 rebounds, 3 threes. The Knicks shot, I guess they shot better than Cleveland. 44.2% from the field. The 3-point shooting was there last night. Remember, the last game against New Orleans, we shot 19% from 3. Last night, 38.2%. That's really good. 80% from the free throw line. We went to the line 25 times. I really like that. That's part of how we score. Get to the line. And we hit, I got 120 of them, but we hit 20 of the 25. Cleveland, basically, it was Donovan Mitchell, 26 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists, 3 steals, shot 55% from the field. Okoro had 11. Niang, remember last season, he played for the 76ers. He had 11. Porter, I believe he's a rookie. He was really good for them. He had 10. Seemed like he had more, but he had 10. They shot 39% from the field, 36% from 3, 75% from the free throw line. I mean, some people measure defense by how many points a team scores. Some measure defense by the opponent's field goal percentage. They shot 39% last night. How much of that was the Knicks? How much of that was just not having players who are good shooters, right? Because they had some players out. It's hard to tell. But they shot just 39% last night. I'm going to check it with the chat. How are you feeling about the win last night? Do you feel like the Knicks are off their snide? They're looking better. You're encouraged. Are you feeling like, we just took advantage, as we should have, of a team that was really beat up and you still have questions? Let me know how you're feeling this morning. Salute Knicks are nice. Appreciate you. Jerrell, appreciate you. Coach, appreciate you. Deron Wayne, appreciate you as well. Julian Blum, I appreciate you. I'm glad Tibbs made iHeart some offensive play. Salute, Queen. I- With iHeart, I'm not sure, like, did they run plays for him? Or did he just, you know, was just aggressive and just wanted to make sure he took it to Mobley after what Mobley said he was looking forward to the matchup. Salute, Queen. Andrew K. RJ is 42% from three, and that's sniper territory. If he's shooting 42% from three on the season, that is sniper territory. Um, and if he's shooting his catch and shoot threes, that's going to bode well for the Knicks because Randall, Brunson, I really believe they're going to get off their snide. They're going to start playing better. And you know what that means. They're going to draw a lot of attention. They're going to kick it out. Barrett got a lot of open looks last season. If he's knocking down the three, teams can't lay off of him. They got to stay with him. That's more space for Julius Randle, more space for Brunson. So it's coming. Lady in the Chef, appreciate you. Check them out, two Knicks chicks. You know, we want to try to get them to 100 subscribers by the end of the month. They dropped another video last night. Really good one. I got a new term now, chill hustle. That's what Lady in the Chef said last night about, about Josh Hart. He seems to be hustling, but he's not hustling. It's like a chill hustle. I like that. Yes, he was a beast last night. Tibbs trusts Randall a little too much, even with him not shooting good. That's been that way for years. Yeah, you're going to always trust your best players. So I don't see that changing. I just thought offensively last night, they just went to him too much. Wasn't even in the flow of the offense. Just bring it down, give it to Randall. And listen, yeah, on paper, he has an advantage against Dean Wade. But Dean Wade was holding his own. Randall had to work to get the shots and the points that he did get. So I didn't really, it wasn't like we was throwing it to him. He had such an advantage that within 2 seconds he was at the basket and won. It wasn't that type of party. So I didn't really get it. Um, Coach, is it a ball handler we need or a playmaker? Nobody passes the ball. I wouldn't say that overall, but last night, no doubt about it. Last night, no doubt about it. What is that? Slat? I'm not sure if this is your first time. If it is, welcome. If not, welcome back. Salute Dante and iHeart. Highlight from me last night. I think we'll beat the Cavs again tonight. Let's go, RJ Randall and JB. Randall and JB still warming up, holding some for a long season. I hope you're right. I mean, I think they are going to get it together. The sooner the better. We got Cleveland and New York. They're going to be, I mean, I'm not sure how effective they're going to be if they're still shorthanded, but they're not going to come into the Garden and lay down, right? So I don't think we could just ring up a win. The Knicks are going to have to show up tonight. No doubt about it. The Nova gang out there to start the fourth. Yeah, no doubt. Deron Wayne, ever since Brunson missed those 3 free throws against Chicago last season, he has not been the same at the line. Wow. He shot 92% in the playoffs, though. But I hear you. I definitely hear you. Good morning, Tim Smith, Keith Turner. I appreciate you. All right. I think Keith is turned up. So mad at Brunson and Randall. All they had to do was score 20 points apiece in my prize picks, and I win $500, and they gave me a 19 piece. Yes, yeah. Yeah, that's disappointing. Donnie on one leg still killing it, just like you said, Queen. Listen. Grimes is a good defender. Mitchell gave him the business last night. He just not just on Grimes or whoever had him. He could just get to where he wants to get. And you can argue that maybe Grimes does do better with taller players, because he has the lateral quickness to keep them in front. Obviously, they could shoot over the top, but they're not getting in the lane. And maybe you can argue that, hey, we can live with jump shots. If you're shooting jump shots and you're hitting them, all right, we can live with that. Mitchell was shifty. He was just getting in the lane like sometimes it wasn't even a dribble. It wasn't even like he just like move his head this way and he's going the other way. Yeah. It's just one of those things with him. But shout out to Grimes, he takes the toughest guys every single night. It's not gonna always be easy. You're not gonna lock down guys every night. Pamela Willis, listening on Facebook. Appreciate you, sis. What's up, sis, with the schedule? I like the way they are playing together. Yes, I would agree with that overall. I didn't see a lot of that last night, though. But I would agree with that overall. I think prior to this game, our assists were up. I think we were top 10 in the league in assists. So yeah, I would agree. Walter White, I'm glad RJ showed up to work on time instead of us waiting until December for him to start playing well. Yes, got off to a really good start. Now, he played in FIBA. Brunson played in FIBA. Josh Hart played in FIBA. Perhaps the difference is, RJ played in the preseason. Those other two didn't. Maybe, just maybe, that has something to do with the way they've been playing. Keith Turner, ooh, RJ is playing well. I gotta give him his flowers. I hope he keeps it up. Yeah, Angel Torres also listening on Facebook. Appreciate you. Good morning. Good morning. Definitely smash the like button. We got 43 in here. I'm not sure how many likes we have. I don't have YouTube up in a separate window this morning. Johnny Davis, appreciate you. Good win last night. Still tripping on the loss to Boston, though. You remind me of Ajay. Ajay still tripping off that loss to Brooklyn last season. All right. This is just a visual of the flow of the game. And as you can see, all Knicks. All Knicks, baby. You see the little burgundy here and there. Like that was like the first quarter. But after that, it was all Knicks. Our biggest lead was 23. They had a lead of 2. And it looks like that was early in the first quarter. The Knicks came out and did what they were supposed to do. Good morning, Joseph Berkeley. Appreciate you. All right. We talked about the box score. Let me just see if there's anything else I want to, or anybody else I want to point out. Mitchell Robinson, 8.7 rebounds, 1 steal. He was 4 for 4 from the field for 100%. Quentin Grimes, 5 points, 1 rebound, 1 assist. He had 2 steals last night. Shot 50% from the field. Only took 4 shots last night, but again, he only played 21 minutes. We talked about Brunson. Hart had 5 points, 7 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 of 6 from the field. Like Josh Hart has to get it together too. I mean, we're talking about Randall. We're talking about Quentin. We talk about Quentin Grimes as well. We're talking about Brunson, but Josh Hart has to get it together. We talked about Quickly and Hartenstein. DiVincenzo only played 15 minutes last night. 3 points, 2 rebounds. He had 6 assists. He led the team in assists in 15 minutes. Miles McBride came in. The game was over when he came in with 4 minutes. He played 4 minutes and 9 seconds. Took 2 shots. McBride is confident. He can come in 1 minute. He gonna put up a shot. Very confident young man. I ain't mad at him either. All right. Team stats. I mean, we've been winning the rebounding battle this season, but by like just 1 or 2. 18 assists. They just had 19. 9 steals. The Knicks steals are up on the season. Only 1 block. I just don't think that's our thing. You know, if it's not Mitchell Robinson, it's just not happening. 14 turnovers. We averaged 13 last year, so we're getting better with that. But again, this was a wounded team, you know? So they're probably not going to force a lot of turnovers. At least today, we weren't hurting ourselves, even though there were a few. I wish they can. I think there is a stat. I have to figure out where to find it. How many unforced turnovers? We have to be leading the league in unforced turnovers early in the season. We shot better than they did. We shot better than they did from 3, from the free throw line as well. Points in the paint, we were -2. They have 42 to 40 second chance points. That's Robinson, that's Hartenstein, that's Julius Randle, and Josh Hart. Those are our 4 best offensive rebounders who get a second chance, opportunities, I should say. But second chance points 20 to 7. That's our bread and butter right there. Fast break points. So happy for the Knicks. I think we were 11, 12 fast break points last year. We're definitely up this season. A lot of that is that second team. Some of that is RJ, who will go coast to coast. Hart, who will go coast to coast. Though we haven't seen a lot of that this season, but those two usually would account for most of our fast break points. All right. Got to go quickly today. I got a lot to do. I'm gonna check in with the chat after this. Knicks are now 2-2. Cleveland is 1-3. We play them again at Madison Square Garden tonight. The Knicks are 500. You know, Cleveland lost their last 3 games. I anticipate the same starters for us, same starters for them. Hopefully, it's the same results. Where to find me tomorrow morning? It's a late night for me. Like I said, I'll be hanging out with the NBK fan. We go into the game. We're going to do the post game at Legends. Then I have to get back to Brooklyn and prep. So 9-ish tomorrow for the morning recap show. Tomorrow night, the Just Nickin' It weekly show. Definitely join us there. I'll be back Saturday morning, me and Stafford Don, for the morning recap show. And remember, if it falls on a Saturday, it's a panel show. So if there's anybody else that want to join us on a panel Saturday, let us know. Support the channel. Like, comment, share, subscribe, download the Just Nickin' It audio podcast. I'm a bit behind, though, in putting up episodes. I have to say that. Become a Patreon. The link is in the description. You get the post-game audio pod, unscripted, just for Patreons, the newsletter just for Patreons, and giveaway. Thank you to my Patreons, including J Tap, that's in the building. Appreciate you. Spread love. It's the Dope Soul Way. 2 Knicks Chicks podcast. Check them out. They real chill with it too. You know, their voice is real smooth. They real chill with it. So check them out. I appreciate you guys for watching. Kerry Cox, appreciate you. East Blue Drew, appreciate you. Tony Crow, Knicks and Bruises in the building. Appreciate you. Jess Knicks, appreciate you. Jerry Fitz, Knicks smack Cavs tonight. Donovan's hamstrings will be barking. Real Test Cubs Friday, the first game of this stupid in-season tournament. Yeah, I can't say I disagree. All right. Knicks are nice. Craig, I appreciate you. Hart is handling the ball less with IQ and Dante. That is a fact. Diva Locks, appreciate you. Great show last night. Keep up the good work. Fournier can't even get a post birthday burn. Oh boy. Knicks are not 20 million for Knicks. He on Josh Hart. Points per minute. What's your points per dollar? 20 million for 5 points. Yeah, I mean, scoring isn't his thing, but you expect him to fill up the box score. It's still early. There's some indication that he may not be 100%. We'll see. I got him on my fantasy team. I'm holding on tight, but I see he was dropped in the other fantasy league. I'm not picking him up, though, over there. Heard RJ is leading defensively in field goal percentage, Craig. I saw that as well going into last night. J-Tap, all Hart got to do is play hard. He's stealing bread. Yeah, he's not playing well in this early season. And I like Josh Hart. He's one of my favorite players on the team, but the truth is the truth. He's just not playing well. We survived 100 people. Salute. Appreciate you. Jeff Klafter. Dwayne Dennis with the injury update. I believe Jay Allen, Garland, Levert was out. Karis Levert was out last night as well. Are listed as out again today. This isn't a good litmus test for our team. The BBC Cavaliers are banged up, just like if we had our best players out and lost. I agree. It's not a good litmus test for us in the sense of, where are we? Can we really tell if we beat in Cleveland last night, if we beat them tonight? Can we really tell where we are? Probably not. However, it's good in the sense that there are some teams you are supposed to beat. Teams that are not good, you're supposed to beat, and you shouldn't struggle with them. Teams who are injured, you're supposed to beat, and you shouldn't struggle with them. So it's good in the sense that the Knicks beat a team they were supposed to beat last night. And it wasn't a close nip and tuck game. So I'm positive about that. But you're right. We're going to see Friday. But Milwaukee is the better team. If the Knicks lose to Milwaukee, are we mad? I guess it depends on how we lost. But good point, Dwayne. Dwayne Dennis. I appreciate you. Joseph Berkeley, I appreciate you. Craig wants to know, is IQ worth 130? Is that what he asked for? 130 minutes? Coach Sierra 617, Tom had the starters in too long, and it looked like Randall took a hit before he left. We shall see. We shall see about that in terms of where Julius Randle is. Louisiana Knicks, appreciate you joining us this morning. The best thing about this season so far has definitely been RJ's play. If he keeps playing this way, Knicks can go to another level. He definitely raises the ceiling of the Knicks, provided Julius Randle and Jalen Brunson gets it together. Right? Now you have RJ Barrett playing the way he's playing. No doubt about it. It definitely does raise the ceiling of this team. All right. That's all I have. I appreciate you guys joining us. If I missed anybody, I'm sorry. Definitely appreciate you. I'm gonna extra with the original intro song. Let me tell you, I appreciate the replay gang coming in, listening to the show, leaving their comments about everything. So I got a comment that the little trophy intro is okay. It's okay. But I missed the vibe of the original intro. It's cultural. It goes with the channel. I appreciate you guys rocking with me, giving me all of your takes on everything about the show. Until next time, I'm back here tomorrow. I appreciate you. I really do.
You tune in, that means you're feeling the vibe. The bell rung, you already been subscribed. Right now, the queen, she on live. Right now. Please pull over the whip, no phoning when you drive. Dope Soul Sporting with the talk. First lady from New York, Brooklyn. All my people, you rocking with the chat. Hit that. The like button would tell me where you at. Step from the MBK. Born and raised up MBK. Hey, real lady, where she holding it down. No matter way how you feel, she gon' greet you with a smile.
Sister, you one of a kind.
Yes.
Sister, it's time you
That's
shine. Dope Soul.
Where you at?
Dope Soul.
Where you at?
Dope Soul.
What?